This is Jam Nation.
With Jonesy and Amanda.
Well, last time we spoke to our next guest, he'd just survived the celebrity jungle. Then, of course, there was something called a pandemic. I don't know if you remember any of that. Well, he's now back with an exciting new show that celebrates everything he's achieved over the last decade. The show is called Decennium. This is Australia's favourite magician, illusionist and escape artist, Cosentino. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Always a treat, mate.
Always a treat. How do you keep coming up with new things? Because you've put your body on the line, you've put your brain on the line, you've done incredible illusions. How do you think up something new?
I think it's just through stupidity, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with all these crazy ideas and thinking, what would the audience like to see? If I was sitting in the audience, what would I like to see? But it takes so much time to come up with the material. It's a minimum of about 3 to 6 months per illusion or escape. It's a lot of work.
No, that would be a lot of work.
And also, once you're good at it, then that's great, particularly if it's something dangerous you're doing with your body, like you nearly drowning once before. But practicing that must be where all the danger happens.
Exactly. That's where things go wrong. That's when you end up in the emergency room. And it's it's a calculated risk. We take it step by step. If you're doing an underwater escape, we'll do something called a dry run, where basically, obviously, there's no water, and then we fill it up slowly, bit by bit, where my head is just above the water, and there's no locks or chains or restraints. And then basically, you just stack it until you can do it, and you rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it, and you practice it. And once again, it's a calculated risk, but a little bit of rust in a lock, bobbing your head, let's say, underwater, not feeling great that night, things can go wrong.
Well, I have enough trouble opening my front door and I'm busting to do a wee. When you get home and you're just trying to burn, you're busted to do a wee.
And your urine is the escape artist that day.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's thing. There you go. See, when you're under pressure and you've got to get that door opened, sometimes things can go wrong and you pee your pants. It does happen. It does. So same thing. My risk is just a little higher.
Yeah,
that's right.
But imagine that. You're in the tank and you wee your pants and you've had a barocca and everyone goes, oh, not only is he drowning, he's wet his pants.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't see the wetness, but they'd see the colour in the water, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Oh, what a giveaway.
That'd be a trick.
Absolutely. So can you give us some idea of the kind of things that are in this show then?
Yeah, so it's basically, it takes the best of all my live shows, the best of my 9 TV specials, meshes them all together. So what is there? Okay, people levitating and disappearing and teleporting across the stage. There's the close-up sleight of hand magic projected onto screens. There's the death-defying escapes we're talking about, where people actually now get to come up on stage, examine the locks, examine the restraints, see me in the water tank, sit next to me in the water tank, get wet by the actual water. And it's very immersive. Like, you can participate as much as you want, or you can just sit back and enjoy it for really what it is. And it's I would always say to my team, do you know what? The day that we get to do the best of, it's going to be incredible. And it's been a long time coming. I've been doing it for a very long time. So it's really exciting for me to be able to take all my great material and put it into just one show.
Yeah. And what about the basic stuff? Just getting a rabbit out of a hat or something like that?
We left that behind when I was about 13. So we've moved on.
I'm still impressed. Impressed. You know when those guys get the seagull, or not the little pigeon, and they go bang, and then it just appears. I'm always amazed by it.
Is it true, Cosentino, that years ago when that trick, this is what I've heard, when the trick of the disappearing pigeon, or the dove, pigeon, was first done, one of the early magicians used to do that trick night after night, and it's only after he died they discovered that a giant press came down behind a curtain in the bird cage, and he was actually just squashing them to death.
Look, it sounds terrible. Originally, when it first started, years and when we're talking like, late 1800s, there was a method where that would actually happen. It was a bit of a sacrifice. But no, magicians figured out a way that the bird would not be harmed or injured in any way whatsoever. But look, talking about pulling rabbits out of hats, it's interesting because that actually in itself is a very difficult trick to pull off.
I can imagine.
Makes out like it's so simple. That's actually really quite challenging.
Yeah, because you've got to put the hats on your head, and then you got a rabbit. And my daughter had a rabbit when she was little, and that thing was a pain in the neck.
Correct,
much all the time.
Exactly. That's why magicians moved on to using doves, because they're much easier to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you hear doves cry, you've squished it.
Pull a rabbit out of a hat, pull a hair out of your bum. It's all magic to me.
Now that's a trick. I'd want to see that. Cosentino, look, he's pulled a hair out of his
Write
bum.
that down for next time.
Well, mate, it's always great to talk to you. Cosentino, Decennium. Tickets
Decennium.
on
Is it
Decennium or
Decennium?
Decennium.
Decennium.
You don't say
Okay.
December, Brendan, instead of December.
Oh, okay, can we do this after the
Latin.
show?
Right,
Right,
well, for 10 years.
That's Latin. Thank you. I didn't know I was going to get a lecture as well from both of you, but I'm looking forward to seeing the show. Tickets on sale for Decennium, if that's what it's called.
It is called that.
LiveNation.com.au. Cosentino, we always love catching
And
up
love
with
to
you.
Priscilla.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your support, honestly, over the last 10 years. You guys have really been huge supporters of me, and I appreciate everything you've done, so thank you.
Oh, well,
mate,
thank you.
We're part of the Dancing with the Stars alma mater,
And-
mate.
and your
You're
shows are
You're in my
amazing.
class, of which I had
Yeah.
none. Good on you, mate.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Take it easy, Cos.